Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the one, the only, the most epic pro wrestling podcast on the internet. Squared Circle Shenanigans.
We need the sponsors. Welcome to Squared Circle Shenanigans. I'm Brother Paul. This is Reese.
Hey, brother.
With us, hello. With us today, we've got two special guests. We've got Miss Rita and our special guest referee for our evening is none other than Mr. Tango Jones. How's it going, guests?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm ready and excited. How about you over there too?
I'm great.
You're great. Good.
Thanks.
Of course, absolutely. Before we get too far into it, I just want to thank all of our sponsors for each and every episode, which is the Mint Cannabis, Smokers Society, Cilantro, 8 Mile Vodka, Amaya's Fresh Mexican Grill, Lane's Pizzeria, Dudes Talking Wrestling, the IWR themselves, Pro Wrestling Edge, Little Brown Jug, Craving Sports Cards and Collectibles, and Nerdy Designs. Thank you all for each and every episode for the love and support. With that being said, this week we will be talking about the upcoming IWR and getting to know a little bit more about our guests and how they've become, part of the wrestling scene. So with that, let's start with IWR.
All right.
Let's
yeah,
get
we
into
got
it.
IWR 27, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
IWR
27.
27, Vengeance.
On March 28th.
Yeah. Yeah, that part, like when they first announced, I was like, is it on the 27th?
I got confused. This the 28th on the 27th?
Because I actually thought it was the 28th show on the March 27th.
Yeah, I thought about that as well. I was confused. But no, we've got 11 fantastic matches, 4 VIP, and, what is that? 7
Mhm.
for the main card?
7 main card, yes.
Super exciting. Cannot wait. What would you like to start with there, Reese? Or VIP?
Let's start with VIP. That would be, let's see. I'm actually going to pull out my phone for this one just to see.
Got a tag. We've got
Yeah,
2 tag matches
two
and
tag
2
matches.
solo matches.
Mhm.
We've got a female solo match, a regular
Yes.
solo male match, and then we've got 2 tag team matches.
They're all great wrestlers,
Absolutely. We've got A7s and Forever Young
Mhm.
versus Hunkrageous.
That's going to be a great one.
That's our first tag team match. So let's talk about that one. What do you got for that one?
I got to go with, my Hunkrageous team. I got to go with them.
Hunkrageous, good old Rod Rageous,
Mhm.
Mr. Rod Lee, and
Making sure it's
the
sucker free.
one and only Kenny Urban.
With
And
Goose.
of course, Silly Goose by his side.
Mhm. I mean, they come out with a bunch of energy, confetti cannons and spray. It's always a good time when they're in.
Absolutely.
If you notice, their entrance is now longer than Shinsuke Nakamura.
Jeez. They've had multiple different songs too already.
Relax, Uptown Funk.
They've had like 4 different entrance songs
Flashlight.
already, right? They've had like 4 entrance.
But you know
themes as
what?
well.
Everyone gets the fans up on their feet.
That's what I was gonna say. No matter what, it's always a party with Hunkrageous around.
It's true. Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'll go with Hunkrageous for this
I like
one.
that. I like that. What about you, Miss Rita?
Oh, don't. Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
I
Nothing?
can't pick winners here.
Uh-oh.
Can't do it.
They're all winners in her eyes,
They're all
apparently.
winners. They are. They are.
Man. That's a tough one. So it sounds like she's gonna make it a draw type of thing for us. All right. What are you looking for in this one, Mr. Jones?
Oh boy. Well, A7s. He's one of my mentors, actually.
Okay.
He's helped train me and teach me a lot of the stuff that I know now. So we go back a ways, and of course, Forever Young's a good friend of mine. But I got to go with the established team here, Hunkrageous, against a team that's just seemingly thrown together. I mean, Ace he's going through a change right now. He's reaching this next level. He's found a new identity. And he's ready to do big things, but yeah, I don't know if they can overcome the excitement and confetti mess that Kenny Urban and Rod Lee
agree.
bring.
Alrighty.
So I'm gonna go with Hunkrageous.
That's fair. I completely agree. I don't know how a man wearing an A7 shirt picks Hunkrageous to win a match.
Good call.
If this was singles action,
I'd like to ask
Go right ahead.
you to explain.
if this was singles action, I go with my boy A7.
Okay.
If this was single action, but tag team, I just as you said, A7s is going through a little bit of a change, but I do think if this was singles action, I'd be picking the Big Bad Wolf.
I seen the A7 shirt and I remember seeing that it was VIP. So I was like, let's go with that. And
then I just
and then I
completely
realized
changed.
I realized completely after we asked Rita that you picked Honk Rageous. I was like, he's wearing an A7 shirt.
It's hard to beat established
How
teams,
does-
though.
Yeah.
So that's what Honk Rageous has going for them.
I completely agree, though.
They know
Honk
each other.
Rageous is most likely going to win.
Yeah.
They've been around longer. They've been a tag team longer, and they've got that chemistry. And they've got Goose and the craziness.
Yeah.
So most definitely with that one for sure. The next one we've got Shelly Benson and Ashley Diamois. That's really weird and fun to say.
It is.
Is that the right way to say it?
I believe so.
I believe.
All right.
I believe so.
I'll have to pay attention on Thursday to make sure I get it right next time.
Diamois.
Diamois.
I think.
It is
Sure.
fun to say. Probably go with Shelly Benson. Isn't this her IWR debut? I'm trying.
It is.
I think she might come in, strong. I mean, I know when Sarah Bayer was here, she came in strong as well.
True.
So I think a lot of IWR people who come in with debuts, they come in strong. Just a little bit of fire under them. So I'm gonna go with her.
Shelly, interesting. I'm gonna go with Ashley.
Okay.
I feel like Ashley's, proved herself multiple times in the ring, in IWR, but all other promotions as well. And we haven't really seen much of Shelly.
Mhm.
So even though it's her debut, she's here to show us what she's about. So I feel like, maybe they'll give her the next one, but I feel
Yeah.
like she's just got to show us and prove that she's worth it first.
Yeah.
So what about you?
This was a tough one for me. I was thinking about it. Kind of a toss up for me, but I think I'm gonna go with Ashley on this one.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen more of her. I know she's tough as nails. Like I said, it really could go other on any way here, but I think my gut's going with Ashley on this one.
All right. Interesting. You got any say on this
Oh,
one
I
either?
thought you were gonna skip me.
It's women, so this is the one I'd prefer you to pick if you pick any.
All right, only because I know Ashley.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I'll pick Ashley, but I
Perfect.
love the ladies, so once again,
Like I said, Shelly's here
you're
to prove
making me-
herself.
You're
You
making
never
me
know.
Pick again, but
That's true, but you never know. Sometimes
never know.
the random decisions work out in the end.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that being said, we're gonna go to Diener versus the amazing Nate Matson.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. Diener making his return. To IWR.
Absolutely. Nate
Mhm.
Matson putting in the work. The question is, will he have Bravo?
We have Bravo.
I'm not
yeah,
sure.
never know.
Bravo's said to be, accompanying somebody else in a later match.
Yeah.
So do we see him on both VIP and main, or does Nate do this one on his own?
This is a little, it was hard for me to choose on this one, and because they're both great, athletes, both great in the ring and outside. I think I'm gonna go with Amazing Nate Matson on this one.
Okay.
I think he's gonna, even though we had a show to start off, 2024 with IWR back in February. I think he'll, be coming back stronger, as well, because he got gore through a table by Rhino, but I think he'll come back, just keep going. So I'm gonna go with Amazing Nate Matson on this one.
Interesting. All right.
I don't know. You know what? I got to step in on this one.
Uh-oh. All right.
When I was Dorothy,
Uh-oh.
Halloween,
Yeah.
Nate was rude.
Ooh.
Really?
Yikes.
Told me go back to Oz. So I'm not
Uh-oh.
picking Nate on this one.
Okay. I can see that. All right. What about yourself?
Well, if it's one-on-one, first it's nice to see Diener back. If
Absolutely.
it's one-on-one, nobody else out there, I'm gonna go with Diener.
Okay.
But I have a feeling that at least one person from the Canadian World Order will be out there. It might not be Bravo, but I got a feeling somebody will be getting their hands on it. If that's the case, then Nate will probably come out on top again.
All right. Interesting. Well, Brother Paul, loves the heels. Brother Paul is a heel sometimes. So of course I've got to pick my main man, Mr. Matson. Oh, Canada for the win. And I hope we get to see Bravo more than once. I can't wait to hear him yell at all the nasty Monroe scum about Canada. As
Just
he
saying
says.
it's always Monroe, Ontario, Canada.
Yep.
I might show up in my CWO shirt. You never know.
I still got to get mine. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
People were booing in line when I was
Oh, I bet.
ringside. Carl was like, "Really?"
Everyone hated it when last show everybody yelled for Rhino, and then I was the only one cheering for Latimer with Bravo, and I was like, what? No love for the Canadians? Everybody's just staring at me. And I'm like,
What would have
"All
been
right."
funny is if everyone got silent and just turned like there was no
Or just
cheering.
looks at you like, oh well,
Latimer looks at you.
right. During his thing, everybody just looks. Thank you, but what the heck? That'd be a little terrifying. Don't lie.
When
But
I met Latimer, that's
I
what
had
he said. He asked, "Are you going to cheer me or are you going to boo me?" I'm like, I don't
I
know.
had a lot of unhappy people with me that day though. Last time, yeah, I was all for Team Canada and Mr. Latimer retaining.
Disguise this time.
I am in disguise. I'm Brother Paul. It's the best disguise. No one knows who Brother Paul is. Our final VIP match is another tag team match, including the Dub Club, which consists of KJ Reynolds and Ryan Matthias
Mhm.
against the Gold Standard with Jeremiah Goldstein, sadly. Terrible, terrible human being he is. No.
We
just
love you,
joking.
Jeremiah.
He was our other guest host before, and then he said he was busy doing important things and left us. So now we just bash him.
Nice.
But yeah, he's got Grimy Zach and that other guy.
I think Joseph is the name or something.
He's not important enough for me to care.
Wow.
So just
Wow.
the other guy. Once they win and he actually, impresses me, then I'll care about him. But for now, he's just the other guy. And then I already told you my plan. I'm going to become the best manager, and I'm going to go beat Goldstein in the middle of the ring.
Mhm.
And then, we can get over everything.
Yeah.
I just got to beat him up in the ring first. But with that being said, as much as I dislike it, I have a feeling the Gold Standard's actually going to win. That's the funny part. I got to bash the poor dude to love him so much to hate him to end up loving him to where, I have a feeling that him and his team are going to somehow pull out the win,
Mhm.
especially with him at ringside.
Yeah. I'm going to go with KJ and Matthias, I think.
Okay, interesting.
I think, they teamed with Nicky Ratu at the last show, right? When they fought. I mean, you saw the
Yeah.
fight they gave to Papa Tango. They all, work together as a,
100%.
machine. So, I mean, if they can do that with 3, imagine what they can do with 2.
Interesting. Plus, these two monsters aren't as big as Dingo, though. What do you got?
This is another tough one. Jeremiah being the wild card out there, you never know what's going to happen. But man, if there's 2 guys that are 2 of my favorites in the area, it's Ryan and KJ, and they're a machine working together. And I think they're gonna figure out a way to get Gold Standard to get in the way of each other and pull off like a quick win.
Okay, interesting. I like the way you think with that one. I like that. You got any ideas?
I always root for Jeremiah.
Okay.
Gotta
I
root
knew
for
there was
my
gonna be something
Jeremiah.
there.
Yeah,
I just
can't
there it is.
can't disappoint
All right.
Jeremiah.
So we've got
Grandkids, one of their favorites.
we've got the
Yeah.
Jeremiah favorite.
He is great.
All right.
Mhm.
So that's just VIP, and that's already a great show.
That
Yeah.
I was gonna say
That could be
that's
a
the
show
end
in
of
itself.
VIP,
I know, right?
and that
It's a show
is
in
a
itself.
show. That's like that's maybe a half hour of wrestling, but it could be 2.5 hours
Yeah.
if you really did
Mhm.
everything and pushed it and made it a little different. Oh yeah, 100%.
And you know what's different this show? No bachelor pad. no bachelor pad.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
I helped carry him out.
Yeah, I remember. I saw you. I got a picture
I
of
didn't
it.
want to bring that up. No.
Yeah.
You didn't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's another Logan situation. No.
Yeah.
Logan left. Now Badger left us. Who's next? No.
Got tissue.
Yeah.
Right. So sad. No, but nonetheless, we've got 2 fantastic title matches and a hell of a main card to talk about, though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start with Silas Young and Nicky Ratu because I know one's your favorite and one's a newcomer to IWR.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. I've personally I've seen Silas Young wrestle, and I can't wait for most of the IWR audience to experience.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him wrestle, tapes, so I mean, he's a great athlete. He can go up against big and small,
100%.
But you know who I'm going with?
Oh yeah.
Nicky Ratu.
The underdog.
the underdog, the anti-icon.
What do you see? What do you see happening?
I see.
Is he
I
gonna?
see up in the beginning, it's sort of looking like a squash almost. Like in the beginning. I mean, Nikki will. He can hold his own, but I can see Silas getting upper hand. So it's go back and forth a little bit. And then I see like Nicky Ratu doing like maybe a jackknife cover or leverage pin, something like that. Because I mean,
Okay.
he did it with Zach Thomas. I mean,
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Really?
See, so now you can skip me because exactly
Just
what I was
stealing
gonna say.
people's answers, Reese.
I told him this ahead of time. So you
Stop
just
looking
said
at
what I
stop
was gonna
looking at her
say.
paper, you cheater.
See?
see, while you're talking to Tango, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's good. I can use it, and then just sit back.
Turn the earpieces off. It's not fair. All right. What about yourself?
Oh man, I've been in the ring with both these guys, so I've seen them both up close.
Okay.
Done a few matches with Silas, the
All right.
last real man. He's called the last real man of professional wrestling for a reason.
Interesting.
He's a former Ring of Honor television champion. He's been all over the world. Nicky Ratu, up and comer. Probably glad that he's not fighting somebody that's 300 pounds or more this time.
Yeah.
He's had some really bad luck with that. I think when it comes down to it, I think old school is going to prevail here with Silas. He's going to find a way to win. I think Nicky's going to give him a run. He's going to get around him with his quickness. But I think when it comes down to it, Silas just he knows too many tricks. He's been around, so I think he comes out with the W in this one for sure.
Interesting. Not gonna lie, I didn't know who to pick for this one, and I still don't know who to pick. It's an up in the air type of thing because, like as you said, both of you, I like both of them. I've seen both of them wrestle. I've seen one at Battle in the Creek, which was Silas Young. I've seen Nicky Ratu multiple times at IWR. Nicky's underdog. Silas is, the professional wrestler that we all need in certain aspects, especially in IWR too. At certain times, I do feel like he could really give Rhino or other champions a run for their money and their titles.
And who's to
100%.
say, well, in the future we might see Silas Young go after the IWR belt or the
Oh, for
US
sure.
belt.
100%. You never know. But like you said, as the underdog, I really feel like Nicky Ratu could pull it out. However, Silas Young isn't here to talk. He's here to prove himself. And I think in his first match, he's going to sadly have to squash Nicky real quick and put a 1, 2, 3 and end it, and show people that he's not playing around. And then he'll probably do another challenge, and someone else will come out. You never know; anything could happen. We might see a return to help Nicky. Anything's possible. But with that, like I said, I think my final prediction is going to be Silas Young. But I do see Nicky possibly pulling it out in the end as well. With that being said, let's move on to Jake Something and Martian Webb. We'll start with you though this time.
All right. I love Martian, but man, I don't know. I think Jake's gonna kill him. To be honest with you,
Jake's something else.
He is something else, and that one of those somethings is huge. And I have a feeling he's gonna toss poor Martian all over the ring. I don't see this one being much of a contest at all. I think Jake comes out on top, and it's only going to be a couple minutes.
Interesting. I kind of thought the same thing, Jake. As much as I enjoy Martian and what I've seen from him, he does spectacular. But Jake's definitely going to finish him off in about 2 or 3 minutes for sure. Not that I don't believe in Martian. I feel like he could definitely put up a fight and he could do some damage. But like you said, Jake's a monster. He's going to take a certain amount of damage and then he's just going to, put you through the ringer.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
I'm
think
going to
when
pick
I
Jake.
left the room, you guys stole my notepad because you just said everything that I had that I was going to say.
Okay, interesting. So you're picking Jake too, in a way, then. Okay.
Yeah.
When they announced the match, I pictured it like, well, no pun intended, but like Spider-Man versus Rhino versus
Spider-Man versus.
So I'm gonna go with Jake.
Okay.
Even though Martian Webb, he can pull it, but
100%.
I gotta go with Jake. It's like
He said he's been having a pretty good run in IWR too.
He has,
some
yeah.
good matches,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I really enjoyed Rohi and him.
Yeah.
I think it was the Port Clinton.
Yeah.
That was a really good match.
Yeah.
Really good. With that being said, though, let's move on to who we just talked about. We have Rahu Rajit versus Karam, also part of the Canadian World Order now, I believe.
Mhm.
So once again, the question is, do we see Johnny Bravo or another member of the Canadian World Order with him?
We could see Amazing Nate Matson that come out with Karam.
Oh, we could.
Mhm.
That's true. You never know. Whether it's singles or not, I feel like Rahit's gonna give Karam a very great match,
Mhm.
and they're gonna put on probably one of the best matches of the night. But I've seen the first time I seen Karam was, I believe, at a horror slam
Okay.
show, and that dude was a monster, and it popped. I was like, dude, he's awesome. So no matter who it is that he's against, I always choose Karam.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Karam. I mean, Rohit, he's a great guy, great athlete, but I've seen Karam, lift bigger guys, and but I'm gonna go with Karam on this one.
I'm glad to see Rohit back.
Yeah, he's
100%.
good. He's great.
He's doing fantastic.
So I would go with him.
Okay, you're gonna go with Rahit. All right.
Nice.
Man, I don't know on this one.
It's a 2v1. It sounds like right now in here, and you're the final one.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to help much because this is another coin flip with me. These two guys go way back, like way back with each other. Train together. They know each other very well. Fought together with each other many times. I don't know how many singles matches they've had. I know they're both looking forward to this match, so they're both going to be pulling out all the stops. I think when it comes down to it, I think it's going to be power over finesse in this one. I think Karam's gonna pull it out in the end, but I'm really looking forward to this one for sure.
Did you say Rohit?
I said Karam.
Oh,
You're the only
we'll
Rohit.
We'll be in just me, myself.
Oh yeah, just you.
Oh well, I'll be in the corner cheering.
You got this.
by myself.
You
Then.
got this.
Well, still, let's come over and just pan. You'll see.
Right. Like now, what happened, Miss Rita? No. I was right. Don't worry. Also, I just want to point out, I think it's pretty cool but interesting. There's multiple ways of saying people's names. Apparently, I've noticed, because I've had multiple people comment on the Ashley Dumois.
Yeah.
I've also heard, other people that I've had on say, "Hey, this is how you say it." And like I said, I was told / heard Karam so many times, and then I also heard just now from you, and also Mr. Roberts, it's Karam. And I'm like, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So either way, sounds correct and looks correct. So I'm interested to hear how they would, like, how he would specifically pronounce it.
Yeah.
Because I've heard multiple ways, but I think that's cool. Karam, either way.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Let's move on to I'm pretty sure almost everyone's favorite in IWR. And no, I'm not talking about Trey Miguel, sadly, because he won't be on the show as far as we know. Talking about Sam Beal with Ox, of course, taking on the one and only top-notch Jason Hodge. Man, oh man, where to start with this match? Where we start is Miss Rita.
Oh no, you can't throw me in there. Nope.
All right.
We didn't want to steal your answer this time.
Yeah.
Steal my answer?
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
want.
really?
We don't want to have to steal your
Well,
answer this time.
You know both
I'm
these
gonna
guys.
have to go with. Oh, that's
He's
a
gonna
hard
pick
one.
Ox, the manager.
Because they both have the cutest little babies.
That is true.
So now I have to think of that.
Uh-oh.
Right? But Kendall is a good friend. Hotch. But I don't know.
Interesting. All right, we'll come back to you then.
Stole my book, so I don't even know what I wrote down.
Oh, that's a good one. All right, well, we'll come back to her. What about you, Reese?
Man, I gotta go with Sam Beal on this one.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
I think he comes in confident, and he even though if he loses, he leaves confident. I mean, knowing that he did a job well done. So I think the Nickelback will get drilled into Jason's head and cause him to get thrown off his game. But both great wrestlers.
Jason wants to be a rock star, though.
That's true. Remember when he used to come out to I'm trying to think who he used to came out to, but he used to come out to like a rap song, and then yeah.
I know what it is. I just don't remember.
Wasn't it by P Diddy or something? I'm trying to think.
Bad Boys.
Yeah, Bad Boys for a while. Yeah.
Sam
Beal though.
Sam. Interesting. I usually never want to go against Sam Beal with Ox at his side, because Ox is mainly there to do his one job, as he's told us before, which is to make sure that Sam Beal wins.
Mhm.
So the real question is, if no one's there to disturb the Ox, what happens? Does Ox interfere? Does Sam Beal win? Or does Jason Hotch take it? That's the question right there. I have a feeling that Jason Hotch is going to do a heel type maneuver, and he's going to find a way to get Ox eliminated, and he's going to win and defeat Sam Beal. So my prediction is Jason Hotch.
And who's to say that heel move doesn't involve like him ducking and Sam hitting Ox,
Anything. Yeah.
Because then it could start a storyline sort of with Dom,
Anything could happen. My prediction, though, like I said, is Ox getting ejected and Sam losing that way. So we'll see.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good take. Yeah, I'm about 75%, 25% Hotch on this one.
Okay.
Reason being is he always seems a way to pull it out. Even if there's outside interference, like you said, maybe you never know. Maybe somebody will inadvertently get bipped, and that could cause a distraction for Sam. And either way, it's two strong guys going at it that are fully capable of beating each other on any given night. But yeah, it's the Ox factor that's interesting. But I think, like you said, something's going to happen where Ox is going to be taken out of the equation somehow, and I think Hotch is going to pull it off in the end.
Alrighty. All right. So who's still your answer this time?
Well,
I know it's
whoever
coming.
wins deserves it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody took her answer this time.
No,
That's good.
And yes, their babies are adorable too.
That is 100% true, though. Right. Well, we've got 3 more matches to talk about, and I think they're one of the main big 3. So let's get to one of the biggest ones, the tag team title match, the DTA, the original 2. Jack and Aaron will go 2-on-2 with the Saint brothers, with Isaiah Bronner.
Is it Bronner or Ren?
Is it Ren?
I think Ren.
I
think Ren Jones be at ringside. You might want to double check that.
I'll double check.
I know it was Isaiah before.
Ren's been fighting with him.
Because Chase the one who got injured.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Ren.
Is it? Okay.
As Saint Brothers and Ren Jones.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. I'm glad I didn't write that part down, but I did remember saying it. I didn't know they changed it. There you go. Interesting. All right. I don't know what's supposed to happen here.
I don't know.
Mainly because Chase is injured, and usually it's usually I'm all down for the Saint Brothers, but it's not really the Saint Brothers.
Well, I mean, they did make Ren Jones an honorary Saint Brother, so and Ox is an honorary Saint Brother too.
Yeah, but that's not the same as the actual Saint Brothers.
They've been kind of doing the Freebird rules thing with the Saint Brothers. Well,
yeah,
which is pretty cool.
They were doing the same thing though, like that with DTA and the Rascals and
that's true.
Other crazy teams. Like I like the main people most of the time in the stables or the groups. Like once one gets injured, hey, do like they did with the Usos. Give them a singles run, because I can't do this 1-off, 2-off tag team partners or new random people.
Talk about getting the fans off their feet. Saint Brothers.
True. 100%.
Their entrance is
no matter what. When they come around, when they come out, everyone jumps around.
Yep.
Yes.
There's no stopping.
I'll be jumping around at ringside, Carl.
Oh, we see you.
Yeah, we're gonna. I texted him yesterday, and I was like, "You want to sit together?" So I'm like, he's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay, we'll jump around."
Nice.
Because usually I'm in the back, so I there's no room to jump around. Now that I'm up there, I can jump around.
So, we usually don't mention it, but I'm gonna bring it up because you mentioned it. Ringside Carl wasn't ringside. Tisk tisk. The question is, will he be this time?
He's gonna be second row ringside, Carl.
That's not ringside.
That's second row, Carl.
Yeah. I'm getting him a replacement shirt by Wednesday or Thursday, actually, whatever.
That would be great.
Bull crap. Can't be ringside Carl if you're not ringside Carl.
He must have waited too long to get his tickets.
Well, he told me he got him. He literally signed on at 10 o'clock.
And they were gone.
They were gone.
You got a preset at like 9:58.
You know what? The Purple Pass
does go off at 10.
Purple Pass doesn't allow you to preset.
What?
No.
Yeah.
That's bull crap.
That's why, because I went to preset for February show, and it was like, nope.
Wow.
It said ticket sales start at 10. You can't preset.
Wow.
Otherwise, they probably would all be gone. You know.
That's wild.
So I was on the phone with my sister. I'm like, pull up Purple Band.
That's wild. I don't even know what to say or think now
I think
because of that.
before working the shows, we only got front row once.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
It
now
was
you
just
can't
like-
yell at them for being second row.
I still can.
Well, yeah, I guess you can.
I still can. But
I used to,
but I
yeah,
just have to
always
blame
second,
Purple
front
Pass
row
as
and
well.
now second row. But second row, even third row is still great seats.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, for sure.
I can still yell at him. Dang you weren't fast enough, Carl.
yell it from across the room, like go on to
You
where
got on there at
go to where
10.
go to where DJ shortstop is and get on the mic. You went too short.
You got over there. You got on there at 10:01 and 2.2 seconds, Carl. You messed up. You didn't get on there exactly at 10 o'clock.
Mhm.
You could have had it, Carl. Here comes the shenanigans part.
But I think Saint Brothers and Ren Jones will pull it. I mean, they did it at the last show, you know.
That's
So I
true.
think they're gonna do
That's
it
fair.
again. I think
But
they're gonna
this
have a
one-
pretty good run.
But I
you
feel
know,
like
with-
this team's, more decisive. This
Mhm.
team's more ready.
Yeah.
This team's more, together. They've got more ring chemistry and tag team chemistry than
Mhm.
the other teams did.
Yeah.
So you never know. Nonetheless, I just think the DTA is gonna win. I think they finally deserve
Okay.
to pull it out and get the titles. They've been chasing them for a while.
hmm
They won the Kangaroo Cup. They deserve it finally.
They lost the Kangaroo Cup too,
Well, yeah,
Yeah, they
okay.
did.
which leads to my point that I was going to make.
That's
Was
fair.
like,
Actually,
we've had so many different variations of DTA in IWR to the point where they were battling each other.
the Dub Club is part of GTA as well.
Yes.
and now they've got their own group name.
You wonder how on the same page are these guys
DTA?
right now. Yeah.
hmm
And then
I feel like
then you
the-
throw in the Ren Jones factor, and he's phenomenal to watch. He's exciting, and he's been dominating in these matches with the Saint brothers. That
100%.
I just think that's going to be the big factor. I'm kind of worried about DTA and IWR right now. I don't know. I just have a gut feeling.
Interesting. I feel like the main two, main three are all right, but once you get out of it into like the off
Mhm.
different ones, the add-ons, it's a little different.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, they had. I went to an RPW show and it was Tommy Vendetta and Adam Wick. I mean, when
Yeah.
it was Death Rod Army,
Yeah.
and I was like, Adam Wick.
Since when?
And I was like, wait a minute. And they're like, yeah, they just added him. And I'm like, they did.
They did? Since when?
But he worked really well with them. you
Oh
know?
yeah.
Yeah. It's Adam freaking Wick. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Adam Wick is great.
He is.
I have to you can talk to him.
Yeah.
So DTA, Saint Brothers,
Yeah.
Saint Brothers.
Who stole your price now? I'm
I'll
ready.
go Saint Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
She likes the
You gonna jump
excitement.
around?
I jump around.
She does jump around quite a bit.
I am.
All right, the final two, the big ones. We've got King Vladimir with Mr. Bravo versus Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler. Huge match. Craziness. I'm excited. I already know my winner, but can't talk about it right now because I gotta let all the other people get out their excitement. So let's go with you first.
All right, me first. Okay. Well,
Unless if they pick the same.
I'm really looking forward to this one.
100%.
King Latimer has been pretty dominant in IWR, especially with Johnny Bravo out there helping him. But man, I think Nick Nemeth, I think he's just going to come out fired up.
Oh yeah,
Crowd's going to be behind him. It's going to be
that's a hell of a debut.
it's a hell of a debut. It's going to be insane. No pun intended. In that building, that vibe is just going to be electric in there, and I think it's going to be a great match. I think they're going to try to pull out all the stops. I got a feeling it might turn into hardcore rules if the main event or if the championship match doesn't. If that's the case, that might be a factor. But I'm going with Nick Nemeth in this one
All right,
for sure.
Reese.
All right, now I have a question before I say the
Oh
winner.
boy, here we go.
Would is since when Thomas Latimer, King Latimer won the IWR title, he said he was the king.
Right.
But when he lost it, is he now still considered the king, or did Rhino take his crown?
I don't know. It's a good question.
We'll have to ask him. But I'm gonna go with Nick on this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's gonna make his. Usually people who make IWR debuts, as I said, they come in with a fire under them.
Yeah.
And Nick has had a fire under him for a while. TNA, Japan. So he's a champion in Japan.
He's a
so-
champion in Japan. This
Oh
is-
yeah. I
one
hope
of
he
his-
brings it.
Oh, that'd be cool. Taking the pictures.
This is
I
like
hope
one
he
of his
brings it.
first like independent
Yeah.
appearances too. I mean, he's been on TNA lately, but
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Look forward to it. I want to know what you got to say though.
Oh, mine's coming. You got anything over there?
So much excitement. I don't even know how you guys can even pick who a winner from all these awesome matches, but I'm going Bougie Latimer.
Okay.
I like
Still a
it.
great pick. Yeah. He's a great guy.
But that don't mean I'm not happy when somebody else
Yeah.
gets their night.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Well, of course, it's down to me, which I'm going to say Nick Nemeth is the man, of course. As his theme song says, he's the most wanted man in all of professional wrestling, AEW, New Japan, TNA, IWR now.
Mhm.
However, it's not happening. Oh, Canada. The king is reclaiming his kingdom one step at a time, and his first step is Nick Nemeth.
Okay.
He's taking him down, and he's showing up and busting down Rhino's door, and he's coming back for the title.
Okay.
What'd you do? Steal somebody else's book?
Nope. That's my book. Brother Paul has always been a fan of the CWO and always will be.
We should get you to try to walk out with them holding the
Oh.
Canadian. Instead of having like Avery hold and you're holding.
Yeah.
Just
It-
come out and fly.
Push whatever wheelchair
Yeah.
they're using that day.
Avery, I'm gonna be
I
part
heard
of the,
some. I heard
Avery, I'm gonna be part of the
yeah.
show. I'm gonna beat you up and steal the flag. It's mine now.
And I heard
Just-
someone say because he got a stunner from at the time she was still Miss Canada,
Yeah.
but they said, "Oh, poor Avery, he can't walk because his neck hurts." And I'm like, "Do you hear yourself?
What?
do you hear what you're saying?"
That's funny and something else. I think that's a good idea though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat up I'm gonna beat up Avery or
Come out in a shirt, and you know
Commander
how it
Cody
says,
and
Cody
I'm gonna
has a shirt
steal
that
it.
says Canada sucks. Have it says Monroe sucks. Just see what happens.
Oh man, you can't say
You
that.
can't do that. Yeah.
You can't say that.
Or make a shirt with the Canadian flag just says Monroe, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, that's true.
That one's better.
I'm surprised I haven't done
Oh,
that.
that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Josh, we're gonna have to cut that part out later.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't like that one. That's gonna get one of us killed.
Yeah.
Or
Hey, but
Thrown out
Brother
of a
Paul's the one
building.
who's going to be wearing it, so it's not me.
right.
I'm going to be
One
running.
of us is gonna get killed or thrown out of the building.
Yeah.
Let's go with the other idea.
But there's no friendship when that happens.
Let's go with the other option. Jesus. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the king. And final match of the night, I believe, which is the biggest match, is world title match. Rhino versus Papa Dingo with Miss Bear by his side.
Mhm.
I'm interested. This is gonna be an interesting one. We seen her last time bring him out. No one was stopping him. It's just like Rusev and Lana or Miro and CJ
Yeah.
during their time in both companies that they were in, where one was a monster and one controlled them. And the female manager pulls it out, and it seems like she can control him very well. However, once you let him loose, there's really no stopping him. But like you said, does this get wild? Does this get chaotic? Does it get out of the ring? Do they allow weapons? Is she going to distract ref and slip on a chair or anything? You never know. Anything's possible. We seen the enforcer, the Sandman, last time come and help Rhino defeat Latimer for the title. Can we see Rhino pull off a victory on his own? Do we see another legend or somebody come and help?
Mhm.
You never know.
Maybe it'll be his brother Gary.
Maybe.
It could be. Do we see the CWO come out and interfere because of Latimer and Bravo being pissed off that the king lost his crown? You never know.
I think if the CWO comes out, it will probably be Nick and the DBA that will come out to help him.
That'd be interesting. That's a really good option. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
you always got the DBA factor, don't
Yeah.
you, at IWR?
Oh yeah.
And you never know when he's going to come out.
never
You
know.
never
You
know.
never know when
But
he's
as soon
coming
as
out,
that
you never
shotgun
know what's
blast hits, you know it's him.
Yeah, you never know when he's coming. You never know what's going to happen. But you can guarantee flames, fire, an elbow, and possibly more like weapons.
hmm
Last time, dude brought a gigantic stick with nails in it,
Yeah.
and then still try to light people on fire. So
Mhm.
anything's possible.
He's threatened a lot of IWR wrestlers if you think about it.
Oh yeah. He's one really dangerous man you don't want to mess with. And that's just not his slogan or saying. That's honest truth.
No, it's legit.
Yeah, 100%.
You must just look at him wrong, something happens.
He'll pop you.
Yeah.
It's over. All right.
He prefers to stab.
Oh, that's true. He does.
He's a knife guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I think he said one time in a promo, he said, I'm going to stab somebody.
I will stab you.
And then they
All
put a
right.
little thing at the end.
Right.
IWR doesn't,
Oh, yeah.
believe in doesn't have the same points of view as Malcolm Monroe.
We do not believe or agree with what this man
And it
said.
was like that thing where it says about the piracy. It was at the beginning of the video.
Yeah. So Rhino and Dingo. It's interesting. What do you got?
I got to go with Monroe Zone. I got to go with the Man Beast.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be, I think Rhino will win,
Okay.
but it will be a hard fought match. Obviously, it's going to be insane. No pun intended, but
It's a monster
I
versus
think-
a rhino.
I think at the end, possibly, maybe, that Dingo will attack, assault him after the match. And then possibly Nick comes out or the DBA and they help Rhino. But then when they go to like shake his hand or something, they look at the title. Or like when they hand it to him, but they hold on to it for a minute. And it
Oh,
sort
yeah.
of sets up something for the next show.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh man. I'm going with Rhino on this one. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Since he served his suspension, he was suspended there for a little bit.
Right.
Came back, got right back into the title picture. He's been laser locked on that title. Went through hell last show to get it back. A little help from old friends, but I think now that he has it, and this being his first defense, I don't think there's any way he's gonna lose. He'll find a way to win one way or another. He'll pull out all the stops. I think it's gonna be you got the monster against the man beast, but when it comes down to it, I don't think Ms. Bear will be too much of a problem. And if anything, she might get neutralized by somebody that we haven't even thought about yet. So I think that could be something that could be happening. But yeah, I'm going with Rhino on this one for that first defense. He's going to hold on to that title for a while.
Miss America, Kelly Moore. It's the first thing I thought of. when
You
said
never-
that.
you never
Like,
know.
So that could be anybody. Like
She hasn't
Miss
been around
Canada?
for a while, so you never know.
Miss Canada, even though she's not part of the Canadian thing anymore. I think she's Miss America now. Something like that, she said. I don't know. Miss IWR.
So who'd you pick?
I have not picked yet. I'm going to pick Rhino still, as well with everybody else. I don't see Papo Dingo winning. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. It's gonna be a great brawl. There's gonna be weapons. There's gonna be insanity. There's gonna be people throwing it against walls and garbage cans.
Mm-hmm.
We could possibly see the return of Shogun to help his partner, or not. We could see somebody come out for Miss Bear, like you said, or we could just see a straight up match, which would be crazy. But yeah, as much as Dingo's proved since he's been here, being tag team champion and fighting, Rhino isn't losing on his first title defense. Not at all. What about you?
Well, see my shirt?
Yes, I do.
IWR?
IWR.
I'm with Rhino.
Better than that
Nice.
shirt.
Yeah.
So that's who I picked.
I'm with Rhino. That's good. I didn't even think about that. That's
yeah,
really
I like
good.
it.
Yeah.
Nice.
You need a custom one out like that. That's
Yeah.
really good, actually.
We'll
I'm
just
with
see
Rhino.
Rita show up and it says, I'm with Rhino.
Everybody
No.
wears IWRs. It's just
So I
I'm with
picked to
Rhino.
win.
Mhm.
That's really good, though.
With them. on his side.
Mhm.
That's really good. I like that. Interesting. All right. So sadly for Dingo, nobody believes
Nobody
in it.
picked him.
Nobody believes in him except for Miss Bear. But hey,
And
you
probably
never,
the
I hope you
CWO.
don't see
I
this
think he's
Yeah.
just at the
after
wrong place
tomorrow.
at the wrong time.
you
on this
never,
one.
you never know.
What if
Hopefully,
he sees it and
I
then like
know
just
it.
comes up and talks to us at Monroe?
He
Like,
won't like
I've never heard him talk. I've heard him grunt and yell. I don't think he's. I don't think he talks. But even if he does or doesn't, he's not gonna be too happy. So hopefully we can, change that. Well, we spent 45 minutes talking about IWR, which was fantastic. That gives us about 15 minutes to learn about you guys and some of the stuff that you guys were came into wrestling and stuff. So we'll both ask you probably 2 questions, maybe 3 if we can get them in.
Yeah.
Give us short answers.
Yeah.
I'll start. When did either of you, both of you, I should say, when did you guys start watching wrestling, and like how did you find yourself being a part of a wrestling type of industry or show because of like watching it?
You want me to go ahead?
Go ahead.
All right.
I mean, I started watching it like this will age myself, but I mean, early mid '80s,
Okay.
right around Hulkamania, the start of Hulkamania.
Right.
That got me hooked.
Okay.
So I've been a fan my whole life, going to live events all over the country. As far as getting into it, it was one of those things where I kept kicking back and forth for a long time, and went to some independent shows up in Flint, and thought about getting into it. I always wanted to be a referee. Started looking into schools, kept hemming and hawing about whether I wanted to do it, and then COVID hit, so it kind of put a hold on everything. And then right after stuff started opening up, talked with my family, particularly my wife, about it, and she really pushed me to, hey, just go give it a shot. You're running out of time, you're getting
Right.
old, and then go give it a shot, go get trained. So yeah, that's how I got into it, and that was just a couple years ago.
Interesting.
I've been watching it forever.
Okay.
I used to hang out at Kobaha
Okay.
with Sabu, Junkyard Dog,
Wow.
Coco Beware,
nice.
Haku. Did I say him? They used to pick us up at a bar. Me and my friend worked at a bar in Taylor, and they would come into town and they'd call my boss and say, "Hey, we're coming into town. Have Rita and Tiffany be ready." So they would come pick us up, and we'd go hang out with them in Kobaha.
That's pretty cool.
And
That's
then
cool.
I always took my kids every time they come to town. So how I got into IWR was, of course, Don and Gary. And they asked me if I wanted to help. So I started helping them out. And now I got me 50 more good friends,
That's awesome.
Nice.
plus 50
Nice.
plus friends.
That's awesome.
So for people who went to the last show, we've seen Tango as security at IWR, and this question has actually I've been thinking about it since the past show.
Oh, boy.
During the main event, we saw a
Oh.
fan try to get into the ring. If you were there, you saw it.
Yeah.
And I saw you grab the fan, and I mean, you did a great job. I mean, you went right into
That
that,
is his job.
that combat mode almost,
Yeah.
and so like when you're security, like what goes through your head? What are some stuff you have to be aware of?
Besides, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides that,
Hey, people.
Like if you see me like during the show, like when the match is going on, you usually won't see me watching the action in the ring. I'll just be kind of looking around for stuff like that. It was a bad timing with that particular case because there was a spot right before that had happened where they came over by the stage where I normally where my post normally is, and somebody was hit with a trash can and stuff flew all over the place. So I was picking up stuff off the floor, and I got temporarily distracted, and I saw somebody standing by the ring out of the corner of my eye, and there were a couple photographers, and I just thought it was one of them. And then I looked up, and then I kind of caught Johnny Bravo, like, hey, like pointing at this guy. I was like, oh crap, that's not one of ours. So I just got, instinct kicked in, and I just got between him and the ring and kind of helped him to his seat, and we had a few words, and told his friends to help take care of him. He was inebriated. Some words were said, but we hugged it out later, and he apologized, so all was good. He just got a little overzealous, and but yeah, I mean, you never know. It's always scary when people want to become part of the show. You never know weird stuff's gonna happen.
100%.
I mean, even though he was a wrestler, we had the Brandon Murphy thing.
Yeah.
Murphy jumped into the ring.
Lord.
Oh yeah.
And Logan said, "I thought he was a fan."
Yeah.
That's why I grabbed him and threw him.
He was a fan too.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
But-
next thing you know, next show he has a neck brace. And I saw him because I saw him in like the curtain, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I saw you put that on." I'm like, "I saw you in the crowd."
We don't tell those things.
You know, but he was in line, and then I saw him coming up, and as he's coming up, he's straightening up. But that was a good storyline. You know?
The fourth wall.
Yeah.
You're breaking the fourth wall. We don't talk about those things.
Hey, you get out of the car with it on. I mean, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
you gotta
fair.
commit, you gotta
but
commit.
Yeah, but all in all, they both did a great job.
That's fair. That's funny. Well, we know you as a security guard, and we know you as a referee. Have you ever considered actually, being a wrestler yourself?
I have wrestled a few matches. I probably got I don't know, 25, 30 matches under my belt.
Okay.
Mostly up at PPW in Flint.
Okay.
When I came in and went to school to be a referee, I did the same training as the wrestlers, because
Right.
you got to know how to take care of yourself in the ring.
Mhm.
And it turned out that I wasn't as bad as I thought I could be, or I thought it would be. And actually went through some character development, and that the Tango Jones was actually the wrestling character before the referee.
Interesting.
We were throwing around. I had a few weird referee names thrown around before, and I was gonna actually have a different name as a ref, but the Tango Jones stuck from the wrestling. But
Interesting.
I have been in the ring, and I've got some. I'll be getting back in the ring here in May. That's a whole nother story. I'll follow up with that on Facebook sometime. But
Oh, all right. Interesting. I like.
So this question is for
I want to
Rita.
be a wrestler.
Really?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
I always
Yeah.
did, but can't compare to the girls that you look at. It's like, no, I'll be coming out with a walker and my nice gray curly hair.
that would just be your gimmick, though. She'd act like
Fit my
she's old lady.
glasses.
She's acting like it's old.
They
and then she
slam
gets
you,
in
and we have a sound. We have we
Can't
rig
find
we
eye
rig
contact.
we pay Vinny to rig it, and when they slam you, you hear a snap. You know, and it's like. But this question's for you. So, anyone who knows you love tattoos. So
Oh boy.
I know you have an IWR tattoo.
I do, and I think I'm the only one that
I
still
think she
has
is.
it.
And so, and
Why did you get one?
no, I was gonna show you
Plot twist.
plot twist, but no, I mean you're one of the biggest IWR fans, I think. So
than Reese.
this leads into the question: if you could get the face of any IWR wrestler
jeez.
tattooed onto your body,
Oh,
who would
Lord.
it be?
That sounds really weird.
Well,
That's
I mean,
like-
hey, I mean,
because
I feel like
often
that's more than super fan. That's like
I
super
think of them
stalker.
all as like my kids or like my relative.
well, who's the favorite kid then?
oh no!
Wow.
You can never
Like
ask
I-
a parent
I
that
know.
question.
Did we just talk about this? I could not do that. No, I'd get Dawn's. I'd
Dawn.
get Dawn's
All right.
face tattooed.
Okay,
I'll pay for it.
Here. Over
Please
here,
let us
I
be
know
there.
where you are. Dawn, I'm going to get a picture of you tattooed.
please let us be there when you do. We'll go live on
What?
Square Circle and just hold it over the tattoo artist.
Now, the
As we
emblems
talk
and
about
stuff would
wrestling.
be different, like,
Yeah.
because I got a lot of spiders.
Mhm.
On Trey had the
Yeah.
spider.
I've seen you got a
what
spider
are-
done.
What are other?
Do you have like a webbing or anything? Because then
I
that
have
code.
spider
So
webs.
Martian web. I mean, that sort of coordinates with that.
Is it an
Well,
alien?
Madman has
How does
Bumblebee and Hives.
Yeah, yeah.
We were both comparing
Mm-hmm.
ours. He's like, "Oh, I got one.
I have a
Turn on
question.
this hard." Yeah,
How does spider webs
I don't know what was
equal to
spider web?
Martian
What,
web? of an
Martian web?
alien?
Because they said don't they call him like the alien spider or something like that? That's his nickname.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're right.
Who
Yeah.
is it?
It's
Martian Webb.
He's an alien spider.
Alien spider, yeah, because he slings his way around the ring. He slings his way around.
We'll have to find out.
Martian
I'll
Webb.
have to.
We'll have to go
I'll have
find
to
Martian Webb
verify
at the
this.
We'll
show.
have to Google this.
I'll
or-
have to verify this.
Text them, hey, Martian, we've been thinking.
I have to verify this because I don't remember hearing this.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
listen to the announcement.
Right.
I always listen so that I can write
Interesting.
down the nicknames.
Oh, nice,
But I believe it's the alien spider.
What's his
That's it.
nickname? You don't have it written down.
I thought Tango Jones might have been the nickname. but-
Tango is the nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
so that's why I
You
had
got
left it sort of
nicknames.
blank.
Nothing.
Because the name, the
What's his
Tango is
nickname?
Tango.
Tango.
Geez, I feel like I'm so on the spot over that question. I'm gonna have to get everybody now. Like I'm gonna have to
See,
dedicate
I didn't
my
think he was going. I
leg
didn't think he
and
was
just,
going.
like,
I didn't,
portraits of everybody, all
Well,
the wrestlers on my
hey,
leg or
do-
something.
Just the IWR counts for it. You know, you don't have to get portraits. Just the IWR logo
see,
counts.
I got confused because I didn't think it was going. As soon as I heard tattoos, I thought, okay, what is it? Where's
Well,
it going? I thought he was going to
Definitely
ask.
Set me back. 'cause I'm
I thought he was
thinking,
going to ask if you had IWR, and if you did, I thought he was going to ask if you had any other ones that would possibly.
No,
like,
no, I wanted to throw
No.
it out of the box one in there.
I'm not a big portrait person anyway.
That
As
would
far as tattoos, like
You
That
never know
would-
how they're gonna come out.
my
That's scary.
that too. And when people get like their infant tattooed on them, if I see someone with a baby's tattoo, I always think that the baby passed away. And I
Yeah.
get really sad when I see them. So,
Mhm.
and then like my dad had tattoos, and I always think if he had my tattoo when I was little, I think it would be creepy looking at it as I grow up. I thought it was me when I was little, but Dad, I don't look like that anymore. You know.
And then how it changes over time too.
Yeah. It can distort.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
Mm.
so I guess
Well, we
my
could get
answer
you a
would be, I'm
ta-
not a portrait.
Yeah, yeah,
person.
portrait. We could get you a temporary tat for all IWR.
Oh, that'd be great.
It's just hey, IWR should release a temporary tattoo pack,
Oh,
and it's
no,
just a different one.
It's all the people's faces.
that's brilliant.
Have someone put on all the faces just on their arms.
I don't know.
I had to
Well,
throw
at
in an
least
out of the
know-
box
At
question in
least some
there.
of them would turn out
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
usually when they do portraits, they don't have a
Yeah. hmm
like lines to go by.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the smoker Scotty question? My question.
Well, we were all missing him. So, but also, I just had to throw in something out of the box. I mean,
I just don't know what you're going to ask after that. All right.
oh, wait and see.
I don't know what to ask now, though.
Yeah, that one's a little mind-boggling,
Like, I was thinking, like, what is happening?
because it was like, which leads into the next part of my question.
Oh, there's another. Part
No,
to
no,
that
no, I'm
question?
just
I
saying it
hope
was
not.
like a.
Oh, Lord.
No, I'm just saying it was this long
Part two is
sentence,
the la-
and it was like which
no,
leads
right.
into the question.
It's a
Oh.
two-part question. The next question is part two.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, that's the IWR tattoo is really cool though.
Yeah.
Okay. If you, I guess for both of you, anyway, because I'm assuming it's not that. I can't say this, but I guess I can. It's not too difficult to be a referee. I'm assuming, other
Be
than the training
surprised.
part. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So like, what would be your biggest match you would like to compete in, or like what would you like to be a ref or manager for, if you could do either?
Oh man.
And it could be live TV type ones like Raw or AEW or wrestling, or it could be like the indies like IWR and stuff.
Oh. Well, that's a great question. Like being realistic, I had, a lot of people have goals of like getting on TV and getting on one of the big feds, and me coming in later in life than most and not having the ideal look of a TV ref. I've been honestly like really working hard to IWR, getting on the ref IWR has been
Right.
my main goal. Like I would know that my hard work has paid off if I could was able to ref on that show. And recently found out that I've been added to the crew, so I'll be stepping in the ring this Thursday for the first time as a ref at IWR. So I haven't put that out anywhere yet. I just
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. A couple people know,
Congratulations.
but
You took that out of my notebook because I'm getting in the ring this Thursday.
Oh, are you?
with the stripes. Yeah.
She's gonna do the one female match.
So
Oh.
I would love to do something on TV. But to be honest with you, I mean, I've done more cool stuff than I ever even thought I would. I mean, I got to ref for Rob Van Dam versus Brian Cage in front of a couple thousand people, and
Mhm.
I don't see myself topping that. But
That was in Battle on the Creek.
yes, sir. And
I do remember seeing you there.
yeah. Like, yeah, I've done way more than I ever thought I could even imagine. So I don't, as far as other goals and stuff, I'm so happy with everything that's happened so far that I don't even really think about going beyond that.
All right.
So this is a question for both of you.
Okay.
And it's about IWR. So you've both been to several shows, and I know you've been to you've been to all of them, haven't you? Yeah.
I think I missed one in the
So,
very
okay.
beginning.
So both have been to a lot of them. Is there one moment that you'll never forget? I mean, it could be interaction, it could just be a match, or
Oh man.
Probably the boatyard.
yeah, the boatyard. Yeah,
Boatyard was like really awesome. Did you
I
guys
missed
go to
that.
that one?
yeah, Big Daddy's boatyard.
Yeah.
That's where I
didn't
first
get to
met
that
a lot
one.
of people.
Yeah.
That's actually where I had my first interaction with you before we became like friends.
Is it?
Wow.
Yeah. It was back in October of 21 when D-Max stole your snack basket. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So, and that was before we like became friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was
Oh,
like,
my
yeah, he
word.
just stole yours, you know.
Yeah, he did. He took my snack basket.
Mhm.
He's like, just take a picture.
Oh,
So I
man.
took a picture, and I had a picture of a picture signed.
A picture of a picture. That's funny.
That's a great question. I'd have to go back just to something recent with being there for setup at the last show and seeing this special stage being set up over by the wall, and nobody was talking about what was going on, but you knew something was going on, and just that reaction when the lights went out and spotlight came on and Sandman standing over there by the IWR sign. That was a
Oh, yeah.
iconic moment for
100%.
Picture
IWR.
perfect.
And
Literally.
it was just the way they kept such a tight lid on it. I mean, nobody was talking about what was going on. Only a few people really knew what was going on, and just to pull off that big surprise, just the goosebumps it gave me, it was
Right.
Yeah.
something that stuck with me.
100%.
What about you, brother Paul? Is there a moment that you always remember?
There's a lot that a lot of them that I can remember that are really good. One of my favorite, or one of my biggest things that I like to remember the most is clearly meeting all the new superstars that I
Mhm.
haven't met before, such as, like we've said, Nick Nemeth coming up, the Sandman, Dirty Dango, all them that have came, Billy Gunn,
yeah,
Rhino,
Sabu.
Heath, yeah, all of them basically,
Mhm.
and getting. I think the thing that I remember the most is clearly, spending that $20 to $40 or more, whatever it is, for a picture and an autograph.
Mhm.
Whether you get a picture of you with them and then they autograph an 8x10 or something, or you do get something more personal, which most of the time I try that. I either bring an object, or if I can't find something that I have with them, like a card or a figure or something, I literally have an autobiography, and I bring, or an encyclopedia type thing of something like that, or the other. Most of the times it's the WWE encyclopedia, because
Yeah.
it has almost everyone in it, and you find that person and you have them sign right over it, over
Do you
that
have a
area.
deck of cards?
I do have most of the cards signed too as well. Yeah, for IWR.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
My grandkids had so much fun having that filled out.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm
they
really-
probably all thought, like, look at Rita's. I'm chasing them all down. Wait, can I get
I'm
the
really
sign?
I'm really hoping that they do more, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
those
they
are
should.
great.
Bring back a new series.
I'd
Yeah.
love it. Yeah. I
And-
think I have both different little decks that they have that they
Mhm.
made. I have both of them, and most of them are all signed. They're great. I think they should have another one.
I know they did the DVD
Mhm.
for at one time, and I've got that, and that's pretty cool.
They have
yeah.
stickers, DVDs,
posters.
posters.
What I love seeing is the fans, especially the kids.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Like when Trey comes out, the kids screaming like
I've noticed too that
like you
there's
see
more kids
back in the day when the
Yeah.
Beatles were coming
Yeah.
out. And
Yeah,
all the
100%.
women were screaming, but and
Now it's
how good they
children.
are to
Yeah.
the fans.
The kids
Like,
when Fulton
every
comes out,
wrestler.
Dude,
Yeah.
they all get to that one corner. Fulton gets up and
Start
rocks the
whipping
braids
his hair.
around,
Yep.
and yeah,
They all gravitate to
They're
that.
Yeah,
all
that's
so
awesome.
good to
Mhm.
everybody. It's like,
it's such a great atmosphere.
how
I
can
mean,
you not want to buy a
Yeah.
ticket to come here?
Yeah.
Like, how do you see it on Facebook and keep scrolling without buying your ticket? So
Yeah.
tickets.
100%.
Don't forget to get your tickets.
100%. Yeah, I've noticed from the first time I've came till now, there's been more kids each and every time too.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It started, I think, when I first went, there was like 4 kids, 5.
Now
Now there's about 25 to 30.
25. Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah,
Hey, and in the front row
basically,
too.
yeah, 100%. There's like 3 to
I
5
usually
in the
I'll
front
leave
row.
with a Lego or two.
Yeah.
It's-
Mhm.
Yep. But yeah, my biggest memory, I think, would be, like I said, having, personal signatures
Mhm.
and items signed by certain wrestlers that, I grew up watching. And hey, eventually I'll probably be their manager. I'll be wrestling them.
Mhm.
Not so much now. We'll figure that out eventually,
Mhm.
maybe. But just mainly, getting to meet them and getting their signatures or an autograph is awesome.
Mhm.
100%. What about? Well, it's your question. What about you then?
I know a lot of people say, I mean, we've all said, all the fans or whatever. I mean, I'm not going to say anything. I mean, the wrestlers are great, but I
Right.
would have said meeting you guys. I met you guys through the
Wow.
shows.
Oh, I need a tissue.
aw,
I met you guys through the shows.
That's so.
I mean,
touching.
just,
yeah,
and you guys make the shows great because we get to experience it, So I would say meeting you guys.
Well, we
I
feel the
appreciate
same
it,
about you.
yeah. It's a
Thank
big family.
It
really
is.
is.
And but when you go, it's like a big family reunion,
Yeah.
even if
100%.
and we do see each other sometimes out, of it, but every 6 to 8 weeks,
Yeah.
we all get together to watch wrestling.
100%.
Cool, man. Thanks.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
So much where you ask for a selfie and you're like, didn't we just do this?
Right.
I
Don't do
told,
another
I
one.
Didn't we
told,
just take a
yeah.
picture like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Do
No, it
another
was like a
one.
well,
month
yeah.
and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I told, like, because one of my friends was like, didn't you just recently take a picture with them? I'm like, I don't care, and I just went and took a picture.
I'm the same way.
We take a picture every Monday.
I'm
Let me just
every
point that
Monday.
out. Every Monday we take a picture.
You should time lapse them. Shit, I'll be
Mhm.
changed
For
over the
real.
last
100%.
however many
I
years.
thought that.
I
I
do
thought
that
about
with
that. That's a
Darren.
great idea.
Every time Darren McCarty's there, I'm like, Darren, let's get a selfie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I probably have 2 or 3 pictures with Rhino.
Mhm. I need to get more
'Cause-
recent pictures right now.
I have none.
I
with
try.
Rhino.
It's difficult.
Because
Yeah.
I'm afraid to ask.
I'm afraid to
for
ask
one.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me
I'm a little
too.
afraid to
Me
ask.
too.
I am too.
Well, you heard it here, folks. All of us are afraid
I
to ask
know.
pictures with
Yeah.
Rhino. Rhino, if you
Yeah.
watch this, please, we all just want a
Yeah.
picture.
The last picture I took with him was like 3 years ago.
Last picture I took with him was a random one at a gym
Oh, okay.
because we were at Planet
Then you say you were
Fitness.
with Josh and you
Yeah.
just went
Well,
like,
there
Oh
was
no,
that one.
got him in
So-
the
The
background.
last one I
Yeah.
got
Well,
with
yeah,
him-
so
they
I
said
took-
he's
I
like
took
working
2.
and they just went
So I
like
took 2. One I asked him
it
for,
was
but the
a
other
big
one,
one.
Yeah.
the other one, I was working out with my friend, our family friend, so we were like using the bikes, and I look up from my phone and I go, "Hey," I go, "What?" And I go, "It's Rhino," and he just walks by and goes to a machine, and I go, "You think it'd be weird if I took a picture?" He goes, "Not if you ask him," and I go, "Too late." I couldn't take the picture, and he did look over too. I was fixing it. I was like, "Oh crap!" And he walks over and he goes, "All you gotta do is ask next time," and he takes another better one with me, and I'm like, "Cool."
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
So I
awesome.
got 2 random
Yeah.
pictures with him. But yeah, I was like, "You think it's weird if I ask as I'm getting my
Mhm.
camera ready?" He goes,
that's
"Yeah, probably if you don't ask." And I tell him to look over, and I just and it's
that's
like,
what my friend
and
did.
Rhino's
at
like
Comic-Con.
this, pulling the thing out, looking at me. I'm like, "Oh, this is weird
Yeah.
now."
You go back and you
then
just see
as
him looking.
I get off the machine. I'm walking off. He's getting off to get the stuff to clean the machine, and he just looks at me. He goes, "You just gotta ask next time." And I go,
We should,
"Did you
I
hear
always
me?"
feel
And he,
bad
we should
because
all-
they're
and
in
yeah.
their
I just
zone,
kind
Yeah.
of figured he heard me, and I think he did.
we
was
should
like, "You think
just
it's
all
weird?"
go up in a line and be
Yeah.
like, "Can we get a picture?" Just all go
The
up in
5
one.
of us, just-
Right.
we look,
Yeah.
what is this? all about?
Or you
Right.
know what?
Yeah.
If Rhino's standing like and there's a blank space, we just all slowly walk behind them. And then,
That's funny.
did you get it? But that's what my friend did at Comic-Con. They didn't want to pay for the picture. Well, they got the autograph.
I don't
They
mind
just didn't want to
paying.
do it.
I just
So
was
they
like,
went like this. They just slowly went like that. Well, they did click, 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 and you see the security guard
Oh.
soak in
But
each
you know,
frame.
We're
walking.
all afraid to ask, but he is the nicest.
He is.
"Oh yeah, 100%."
That-
Mhm.
I don't even know why I'm afraid to ask, but I know he's in like his
He's in his own.
zone.
Yeah,
and I even feel
100%.
bad asking other wrestlers,
Mhm.
for a
Yeah.
selfie. But I myself, I hate selfies,
Oh,
but I
okay.
do want pictures with everybody.
Mhm.
it's memories that last.
Yeah.
Especially if you get
So-
photo for 'em.
So I guess if I ask everybody for selfie, don't get mad.
Right.
I never. Oh
Just-
no! I always feel. I sort of feel bad sometimes when I go up, like to do, like every like couple of times. Hey, can we do a picture? They're like, it's the same one, and I you know, some of my, as I said, some of my friends, I'm like, it's different. You know, we go up, take it.
I feel like a group selfie is in order after this is done.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There will be a group
100%.
selfie.
Oh yeah, that'll be taken.
Tagged,
about-
posted.
It'll be taken in about 10 minutes. It'll be tagged and posted in about 25.
Nice.
Yeah.
Literally, it's funny. It's crazy. I'm like, I was just with him 15 minutes ago. By the time I get home, unlock my door and enter my house, bing, tagged in a post. Like,
I
oh,
usually wait
did
until
he?
I get home. Bing.
Oh, did he now?
Yeah.
Like it's only
Nice.
been 15 minutes. How'd you get home
Yeah.
so fast before me and get in the house to post? The heck, it's crazy. That's
I
funny,
type
though.
on the way home.
Right. He gets it already, and as he enters, just post.
Yeah.
Done.
As I put the keys up, post.
Takes off jacket, puts keys up, post. Done.
Nice.
Just like that.
Mhm.
All
I
right.
know people like that.
Yeah. All right. 110. Look at us getting past an hour. Last question, I guess, for both of us. Mine's I usually ask this to everybody. There's 3 questions I usually always ask. But specifically because she doesn't like choosing, I'm gonna mess with her on this one. And I like it. And this probably won't be too difficult for you. IWR Mount Rushmore. So you have to choose a main star, like a middle card star, and a tag team. And if you can, possibly a female. Either
Nope.
one of you can start.
Go ahead. I probably ain't even gonna answer this one.
This is tough.
Too many.
This is tough. I'm putting Rhino on it, of course.
I was gonna say I feel like Rhino's everyone's main person.
But
Mhm.
Terry and Gary, of course, I feel like would have to be up there.
Yeah,
You could definitely do that. Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah,
But the other two,
tag teams. I'm gonna go. Man, that's tough.
It really is. There's a lot of good ones.
Maybe I'd put Trey and Myron up there.
Mm,
Okay.
Nice.
Rascals, Rhino.
Rascals, Rhino.
Gary is the producer, or promotion guy.
Yeah, put Gary up there.
You can choose a female if you want, or you can just leave the promoter as that
hey, we
one.
could do a deck of cards like that.
Or you
Yeah.
could, and then we need a mid card type of guy.
52
Since Myron
fours.
is your
Yeah.
tag player.
Man,
I know it's difficult.
somebody who'd be a mid card with like face of IWR type. That's really tough.
A lot of people say Sam, Jason, or there's one other one. I can't remember who else though.
I'd
You
put
get
like Logan up
Kenny
there
and his
too.
goose.
Like,
Logan.
That's
Mhm.
the other person. That's who it was. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm tossing back
What'd you
and forth
say?
between is
Jerk
Logan.
King Logan.
yeah, Drake
Dread
and Logan.
King, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean those are all Sam, Jason, or Logan. Either one of those 3. I couldn't even choose between them.
That's a hell of a 3 to put right there though.
But yeah,
Any of them,
and females. That's tough.
especially since we've only had what, like 5 in IWR.
Yeah,
A little
Okay.
difficult.
I'd put Kelly up there.
Okay. That's cool.
She's been around. She's been a big part of that Team Canada or Canada World Order storyline for a long time. Yeah, that's a great question though.
Yeah.
Tough one.
You don't have to choose a lot. You chose Rhino.
Oh, you're making me choose again? I already
You can do a tag team as well. That's it. You got Rhino as your main / mid card. You can choose a tag team. I think there's a lot. I feel like Kitty could be in the mid card, a middle medium like card type thing
Mhm.
too.
I just feel like if I say a name, I'm like throwing other
And-
ones
no.
aside when
We've
all
said it multiple
deserving
times.
or
They're all
something
great,
like
but
that.
like
We're all,
this
they're
is
all
like
great,
the
but
team
we're
that
picking.
you
Yeah.
can't you just make a deck of cards and put a face on each card
we
instead of the
could
Mount Rushmore?
could.
Mhm.
You got what,
Because
52,
they all
52
deserve it.
cards in
There's
deck?
about 52 IWR
So, like,
wrestlers, so
yeah.
that fits
probably, yeah.
everyone.
I
As
can't
long as
even walk in
as
there.
long as Bravo's the Joker, I don't care.
Hmm. What about Jeremiah?
He's an app.
You get 2 jokers.
Yeah.
He can be the back of the card going. He'll just be
On
the
all,
whole-
the, on all, like,
on
you know,
all of
where
them,
it's
he'll be the back.
the design of the back.
he'll be
He's
the
all
back
like
design,
that.
just him like that,
Yeah.
and then we'll have all the other ones.
His boa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's laying down in the ring. He's in the ring, you know.
All right. What's your last one?
All right. So I
You
asked this
can't kill
for,
her.
I'm not gonna kill-
She's having a lot of issues picking right now.
all right. If now just so we're clear, I didn't ask the Mount Rushmore card, so but
Oh, great.
So now I asked this for wrestlers, but I'll ask you guys this too.
Uh-oh.
If you guys both could go back and talk to younger versions of yourselves, what would you tell them?
Like about now wrestling.
And now
anything.
wrestling, like, you know, if you could tell them about, you know, how you're involved in the industry, or, you know, what would you tell them?
I probably would have said to myself, you mean?
Yeah.
Stick with gymnastics and be the wrestler.
Okay.
Okay. I like that.
If it came to wrestling, I would definitely go back and tell myself, you know, take the time and do this now. Find a way to do it early.
Okay.
I mean, I came in my late 40s and having a heck of a time in just a couple years. I couldn't even imagine, you know, what it'd be like with 20 years under my belt. So
100%. Yeah.
but I'm happy the way things are going. But yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to see what I could have done if I
Right.
started a lot earlier.
I think that's why I
Absolutely.
get so personal with them
Yeah.
because I want them to push and
Right.
be, you know, further what they want. You know, like I know how you can say you want to do something and then let it slip and slip, and the next thing you know, it's too late to do it. So when I see all these young kids doing it, you know, like they're, oh, I think I'm where I want to be. No, go push yourself.
Mhm.
You know, you can do this. Look how far you are now.
Right.
Don't
100%.
give up.
Yeah.
I like that. Those are
That's
both
why
really
I
good
look
answers.
at them all like they're my kids. You know, like
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Interesting. Those are both really good answers.
Yes,
Awesome. We've learned quite a bit, I think.
we have.
More than what our notes had.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't too much, but it was better than
can I
nothing.
have my notebook back now? Whoever started it.
Sorry
yeah,
about
we'll
that.
have to figure that all off camera. Nobody wants to admit it on camera. So, you know.
I want to thank my babysitter over there
Right.
too.
But nonetheless, it's great to have both of you on.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for having
Thanks
me.
for having me. It's
Absolutely, 100%.
absolute pleasure being here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm assuming we're all excited for wrestling.
Most
I can't wait
definitely.
for that.
It's gonna be insane.
Get to see Mr. Jones in the
100%.
ring.
Yep.
Yes,
Get to
sir.
buy tickets from Rita.
Mm-hmm.
Of
That's
course,
right.
50-50 always.
Yes.
Maybe we'll
I
get
got a
to.
new apron too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nice.
She
Yeah.
made me a beautiful apron.
That's exciting. Other than that, we have Michael Joseph Zodiac. Is that what it is?
Michael Joseph Zodiac and Satu Jin.
And Satu
Next
Jin,
week.
both coming on next week via video.
Okay. Have you met those guys yet?
I've
have.
met
I've met one.
yes, Satu at RPW.
Yep.
Yeah.
Michael, just I've seen him on YouTube and stuff like that. He is
100%
great.
right there.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
interesting.
I can't wait to have
That
them
should be a
both
fun one.
on.
Yeah, I can't wait. Nonetheless, I'm excited.
Me too.
It was great to have you guys on.
Yes, thank you.
I guess
both.
one last question: is there any match in particular you guys are excited for?
Thursday?
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Rohit Raju and Karam.
Okay.
Nice.
Like
I like it.
I got a lot of respect for both those guys, and I think it's going to be special. I think that they might steal a show a little bit.
100%. Miss Rita,
I cannot pick.
not one match.
Nope.
They're all great.
They're all great.
They are. They truly
Alright.
are.
Yep.
fair.
How do you think I get blurry pictures?
That's fair.
But
There's-
they move fast. You
That's-
know?
That's fair.
Yeah. I'm excited. I think I'll agree with Tango. It's gonna be, they're both great athletes,
Yeah.
and so I'm gonna agree with him.
Okay.
Although I am excited to see Nick.
Oh yeah. for
True.
sure.
Well, other than that match, I can agree that one's gonna be a heck of a match. I'm really looking forward to the two big main matches that they've been throwing out a lot about:
Mhm.
Rhino and Dingo, and Vladimir and Nick.
Yeah.
Those are both gonna be two huge matches. They're gonna be spectacular. I feel like they're both gonna have a lot of energy into them. They're both probably gonna have weapons
Oh yeah.
or interference of some type of way. But other than that, yeah, I think those big three are my options. But if I'm excited for one biggest one, of course it's Vladimir and Nick.
hmm
because Team Canada.
Yeah.
Always got to stick behind my guys. But yeah, that's today's show. Once again, we want to thank our guests for coming.
Thank you.
And we want to thank our sponsors for all the love and support on each and every episode. If they weren't behind us, we probably wouldn't be doing this as much as we are, because they put in their effort and we put in ours. And without them, we'd still be probably climbing the ranks slowly, but it would have took a little bit longer, I think. But thank you to the Mint Cannabis Smokers Society, Cilantro, 8 Mile Vodka, Amaya's Fresh Mexican Grill, Lane's Pizzeria, Dudes Talking Wrestling, Insane Wrestling Revolution, which once again is this week coming up on the 28th, Pro Wrestling Edge, Little Brown Jug, Craving Sports Cards and Collectibles, and Nerdy Designs. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Now I'm hungry and thirsty after hearing all the names.
100%, me too.
Mhm.
I'm exhausted
8
just
Mile and some pizza,
running them out.
some tacos.
Oh, delicious. Yeah. So, you want to tell them where they can find IWR before we
Yes.
exit?
IWR, you can find, well, obviously they have social media, you can find them there, but you can find them at the House of Insanity, the Robert A. Hutchison, FOP Hall, 1051 Strasburg Road. They do show, I would say, every 6 to 8 weeks. They are also invading Ohio now, so they're having a show. They had a show in February, and they'll be coming back to Ohio, but they always come back to the House of Insanity, and it's always a great time. It's where I met all these amazing individuals. So, it's come out, have a great time. It's fun for the whole family. And tickets are always available at purplepass.com. And it's usually the night after the current show. So Thursday night, they'll be available. Make sure to get your tickets at the door. And they will be available for the next show online at 10 o'clock. So get your tickets.
Brought to you by BrainJerk. Fuck yeah.